What's up, my PvP people? So I've been told that I'm not doing live arena videos as often as I should anymore, and I have definitely been doing way less of them after summer and also after I got Quintus. I think on summer there was some weeks that I did 5 or more live arena videos per week, and now it's been like maybe 1 or 2 per week, and I should probably try to keep it at 2 at least. But today we're gonna do 1, and I think I'll try to make 2 or 3 this week. But I also did some other content, kind of something that I used to do and I also didn't do as much lately, and I got some other PvE content actually lined up, which you might be shocked. But let's actually quickly take a look some of the new things, or not new things, but different things that I'm gonna try do today. By the way, I'll put a link in the description, but you can put your Hellhades optimizer gear as public, and I'm not really hiding anything, so I might as well make a public link in my video descriptions, and that way you can always see my current gear on every champion. But of course I change stuff a lot, so sometimes somebody might be half naked because I'm used the gear on somebody and I didn't update the optimizer, so you might see slightly outdated build. But I'm just gonna put the public link so you can always see all of my builds. But I'm gonna bring Arbiter back again. I'm not gonna use her every fight. I have never relied on Arbiter that much because mine isn't that fast. I couldn't really make her a lot faster than this because I never farmed Dragon and I don't have speed sets, and I also haven't, like, of course, bought them and so on. I haven't even bothered to use Chaos Sword to fish for quad rolls because there's no way that I can catch up to those fast people. But I'm running a Swift Parry Arbiter, and maybe against some teams I can pick Duchess, or maybe I can counter them with her in some way. Maybe I know that they really need to get Arbiter as the last pick in their team, and I pick it before that. And it's this kind of tanky and fast Arbiter build. Not super fast and not super tanky, but a little bit of both with the Swift Parry set. And part of the reason why we're also running Arbiter today is that, not Arbiter. I'm gonna have so many nukers that I might actually confuse my enemies and probably myself as well, but I actually did end up putting Init in gear again. Wait, this is not the build that it's on right now. This is the... Can I update it? That's the build that I run on reset because I want it to be slow on purpose, but that's not the gear that he's in. Okay, yeah, this is the build. So basically the same thing, but with speed boots and slightly different to be faster. So we're gonna be running Initve, Ronda, Tormin, Staltus, Protoss, Wukong. We got so many nukers today that we're gonna confuse the crap out of my enemies. And of course I'm running Helicat and all of the old stuff, but since I'm running multiple different attack scaling nukers and kind of maybe trying to bait the Wukong pick by my enemies, or the Protoss pick, maybe they pick Protoss because I use it, and I'll see if I can use Init against them. Anyway, let's see what happens. Also, I got so many people after my Xena video told me that like they are gonna buy Xena because of me. I think Xena is very good, but don't expect it to be on the same level as something like Taras. I was actually thinking that it's about time to do a tier list for live arena champions again. I actually did one before, but it was maybe like 6 months ago. And the meta has actually shifted quite an amount from that. But I will definitely put Xena in the A tier. Should I even pick Duchess? Maybe I'll just go with Nakarada and Xena from the get-go. Because I could also use Arbiter if I go with UDK. Arbiter isn't in Stone Skin now, so Civi could be able to sleep him if I don't get the UDK. Yeah, let's just go with this and see what happens. Kind of mix it up to not be so predictable, because always when I make a video about some new strategy, then after like some time everybody's not gonna know it, so I need to keep them on their toes. What? It's a nuke Wukong, not a support one. At least I assume from the mastery. I would say that pretty much 90% of the Wukongs that I meet are in the support build and not actually nuke build, but both are very good and viable. This means, by the way, that it's definitely a potential Initve matchup. Like, he has 2 tanky revivers and he has that squeezy should I go for this? I know what we're gonna do. So, because it's a nuke Wukong, UDK is not a great matchup for it. And I also pick like UDK and Duchess. Now if he ends up picking Rotos, which he might not, because, okay, unless he was banking on banning my UDK. If I were to pick Initve now and he picks Rotos, then he will be royally screwed, but I don't think I'm gonna pick Rotos. Like, I mean, Initve against this, I'm definitely gonna go with Rotos. And I think there's a good chance he's actually gonna ban my Rotos, but we will see what happens. So even though I didn't end up picking Initve anyway, but at least it gives us some wiggle room to try to adapt his what team he drafts. I'm not too afraid of Arix, but you do see him in, like, surprisingly often, even though he's not that strong. Yeah, let's just ban the Wukong. I was thinking between Siphi and Wukong, but I don't think actually killing him off is gonna be issue here. Even with just Xena and Rotos, I don't think it's gonna come down to that. It's just, can we survive and can we get turns? But with Necret, I think we can. I think it's not that big deal. The UDK is not gonna do much against Arix, but it's still gonna protect me from the Siphi sleep, so it's not a total waste. I think I'm gonna open with the A2 actually, and not the A3, because it's gonna steal us some turn meter. It does less damage than the A3. Oh, we got our turn meter reduced by the Valkyrie, and I think the maybe temporal change passive as well. But I'll save the bigger nuke for last, for the next turn. And on the A3 also, if you get a kill, you will reset the cooldown, so there's a good chance we will get a kill on next turn and be able to keep up the pressure. But they almost died, so maybe I would have actually gotten a kill if I opened with the A3. Now, he also has tons of buffs on this team, so we are gonna get good defense ignore with that skill now. Yeah, we were seeing like 150k hits, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't think this fight was even close, to be honest. Arix is kind of like meh. He's almost interesting, but if the enemy is really tanky, then he's really not that good. And especially if they have something like Siphi and Mariska, it's completely like impossible to kill a team like that with Arix. And even my team is kind of like that, because I got 150k HP dodges with Necret, and both of them are in bolster, so it doesn't just mean that I get the shield at the start of the fight, but it also means that they are constantly healing themselves. Wait, so now if I do the A2, I'm actually not gonna steal turn meter except from Python, because they need 2 buffs. No, I wouldn't even steal it from Python, because it applies after I do damage and I would have broken the shield. Let me quickly show you my Duchess build, but like I said, I will put it in video description, so you can just see all of my builds from there in future. Also, I have a Discord link in my video description, and it's too late to participate in it now, because it will have, like, I already did it by the time that this video is out. This is the build. Very slow and tanky in bolster. But if you didn't know Plarium gives CCs this kind of option that they can do game giveaways every month or twice a month if you have 8k subscribers, which I don't, but I have done some random competitions, like different ones. Like some people might remember the couple competitions about attacking my defense teams that I made separate videos about. I will probably do some of those or different types of competitions in future as well, but I will also be hosting lotteries in my Discord, so you should join my Discord if nothing else, but for a chance to get games. I'm not the biggest TC, so you have a lot higher likelihood to get games in my lottery than you have it from, let's say, Hell Hades lottery. So I think there was like 100 people that participated in the last competition, and 5 people got games, so you have pretty good chance to win in it. It was actually this thing that this is a long time ago. This is maybe 1 or 2 years ago, long time before I was actually making videos. Yeah, probably closer to 2 years ago. I remember I used to try to push different big CCs and different clans. Like I was asking them to make a Discord for Arena, because there is that Discord for or there is couple Discords for PvE records and that kind of stuff, but we don't have any kind of Arena Discord in Raid. And there kind of used to be maybe 3 years ago when Moneyball was active and had his Discord, but there hasn't been anything like that for years. And I was trying to get all of the big Raid PvP clans to make a PvP Discord together and try to get people to join it, but that never happened. I wasn't really thinking originally to make my own Discord, but I might as well go all in and try to promote it as often as I can. So if you're into PvP or you want to get free games and you're gonna ignore my Discord outside of that, in either case you should join it. Anyway, that wasn't a paid promotion, but we got it out of the way. I would prefer some paid promotions outside of promoting just my own Discord, but I'm making some progress and I'm also having some of those as well, so life is going good. I used to always just open with UDK and Rotos, but now that I got more options available, I kind of want to mix it up and not always go with that. But since he did first pick, Sifi UDK is a very safe option though. Let's just go with this. This is kind of what I used to do back in the day. Now I have a lot of polymorph in my team. Granted, it's not 6-star, but this Duchess is likely gonna be 6-star soon. I think I'm at 275 tier 2 tokens, and of course after that it depends how often I get her in the shop, but it might be pretty soon. But now I will have more protection against even Tara's passive or maybe Wukong or whatever CC he might pick. The big issue though is that Plarium already announced that they are gonna nerf polymorph, and they didn't give us details, but we know that it's gonna be nerfed, so I might actually end up regretting getting 6-star on her. Also, he picked UDK, which is kind of not ideal considering he's also running the duo and Sifi. Maybe I'll go with both Nukers now and save the support pick last, so I still have the option to go with Kaimar if I want to do it. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with Rotos and Xena. They kind of seem to be my new main picks. My Wukong is geared and I could totally use him as well, but he's gonna have a lot worse matchup than Xena, both against the UDK and Taras, because Taras passive is gonna reduce his attack every time he gets hit, and Wukong is gonna have to hit him with AoEs. and it goes up to 50%, and at that point I have zero chance of ever killing him and ending the fight. And if he picks double reviver, then it's kind of impossible to end the fight in one or a couple AoEs. But Xena with her passive basically doing the reverse of Tara's passive, I can kind of try to counterattack that, and maybe I can still win in a bit longer fight. Okay, he went with that's gonna be a very annoying and tanky team. I don't know what I should do here. I could pick Kaimar and ban the Yumeko, but I think his team is so tanky that the fight is gonna last a lot longer than one set of cooldowns. Maybe I'll just try to go for as tanky team as possible and ban the Yumeko, but I still have to wait out for the Stone Skin UDK, and then there's the Harima passive and Tara's passive and City passive and everything. He's probably still gonna ban Helicat also. I don't think he's gonna let me have Helicat. Helicat is just too strong, people hate it so much. If I was him, I would definitely, yeah, ban the Helicat in my team. So Protoss isn't gonna do anything for a very long time, so unlike most other matchups, he definitely shouldn't ban it here. And his team is so tanky, I don't know if I can really do it with Xena. He has both Tara's passive and, well, he has 3 different passives reducing the damage he takes. Basically everybody else's passive but Siphi reduces damage, and then Siphi also heals, so basically everybody has a passive that is mitigating my damage. And yeah, he opened with A1, so we're not gonna have attack buff. We don't have any buffs on him, which scales the ignore defense on Xena. And we also have the Harima passive, so we're not gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah. To be fair, we got a reaction proc on Harima, but I knew that hit was gonna hit very small amount. Hopefully we could maybe polymorph the Siphi at the right time. That could be a win condition, but this is a very hard fight. I think I'm probably gonna end up losing this one. I don't know if I should protect Protoss or Duchess, but probably Duchess at this moment, since I'm probably gonna get the whale up anyway. But later I'll probably switch it out. Okay, he doesn't have... UDK has polymorph, but Harima doesn't, so that's good to know. Oh, damn it, I misclicked and I accidentally did A1. The issue is that Necret ally attack can place a decrease attack, and UDK redirects one hit, so there's always the possibility that he can still get polymorphed. I kind of screwed there when I misclicked and didn't do the AoE. Well, I guess we have the attack buff up now, so maybe it almost was a good choice, to be honest. Damn, I wish we didn't get feared with that. Probably the Harima wouldn't have died, but if it would have died, then very likely I would have killed Siphi with the next AoE, or at least I would have... Wait, we already did A3. At least I would have reset the cooldown, but I guess not, since I thought I opened with the A2. Oh yeah, he didn't use the buffs at the start, so A2 wasn't gonna steal turn meter, that's why I didn't go for it, but I probably should have opened with the A2 anyway, just to try to get the cooldown reset with the A3 getting a kill. By the way, I got 1-star blessing on my Xena, and I actually decided to go for what was it that called? Oh, lightning gauge. Yeah, I went for lightning gauge, which kind of used to be the go-to blessing everybody was using at the start, but then people kind of forgot about it and it became less popular. But I think since I'm probably gonna be picking, well, I'm always gonna pick Xena either with Helicat or Necret. They might be banned in some fights though, but I'm always gonna try to have some protection and immunity with her. I think it kind of makes sense to... Nice, I think it kind of makes sense to go for Lightning Gauge instead of Soul Reaper or something. Since Harima passive is reducing the ignore defense so much, the A2 is actually doing more damage than the A3, and the A1 is doing about same damage as the A3. There's no reason to use the A3 when the Harima is alive, so I'm just gonna spam the A1 and proc for extra turns, and then try to use the A2 to steal HP and become stronger and actually end the fight. But the moment that Harima is dead, then I'm gonna go for A3. Or if the UDK is very, very low. Yeah, it's not looking good. I don't know if I can do this at this point. It was kind of mistake to let him have the UDK. I should have picked the UDK instead of Helicat. I guess it was a mistake. I kind of regret it at this point. But it's a very hard team, to be fair. He has to, like, 2 out of the 3 best Nugers are Taras and Harima, and the third, like, top Nuger is Rotos, but the issue is, of course, that Harima counters Rotos, so... But he basically has, like, one of the better teams out there, like, top of the top. Yeah, kind of disappointing. I kind of would want to run it again and see what would happen if I picked a UDK, but you can't win every fight, and it was a very hard team. He's probably not that big well though, to be fair, because he only has 1 champion at 6-star blessing, just like me. Sometimes, or very often, I meet people that have basically everybody with 6-star blessings, but he doesn't really, so... By the way, today we're not sponsored by Monster like we weren't last time. We're also not sponsored by Pepsi, but I'm still gonna drink it. Somebody told me in the comments that like why did I make a joke about Monster, that they are doing some what's the word in English? They are like doing some monopolistic unsportsmanship business practices, or however you phrase that in English, but I wasn't aware of that. But I'm pretty black-pilled about this kind of stuff, because in my humble opinion, all of the big companies pretty much do all kind of like immoral stuff, like I don't know how political we want to get, but Chinese child labor makes the Nike shoes, and Google has paid tens of billions in fines of like committing like fraudulent and monopolistic business practices, and many of my favorite YouTubers have been banned that didn't commit any crimes, and many people that have committed crimes, even like bad ones, are not banned. So I don't really have that much trust in corporations. Not that I'm like super like I hate corporations, but I'm kind of my base expectation is that all corporations are pretty much evil. Well, maybe evil is not the right word, but I don't expect any corporation to be the good guys. Let's put it that way. But I like Monster Drink. I'm gonna use it and drink it. Not that I endorse any bad practices that they might do. That's an interesting opener. Like, it was 2 supports and not a single nuker at the start, and not even a single reviver, so basically he's locked in to picking 2 nukers and support at this point. I think this might be a speed team. Maybe he's trying to hide the fact that he's actually gonna go for a speed team. And Helicat is gonna be hard to use here since he has both Wukong and Yumeko. I can't ban both of them. Let's just go for Rotos, and there's still a possibility that I could go with Tormin or something else if he's going for a speed team. Oh yeah, I knew it. I called it. I knew it. You can use both of these in a normal tanky team, but more often than not, they will have 2 revivers in tanky team, or Maritska and Sifi basically. Or at least they will decide it at the last slot. But since he did it, I was kind of expecting it to be a speed team. Okay, so we're gonna go with Tormin, and he has to ban it. We're gonna go with both Tormin and Mitrola, and I think he's not gonna like either one of these picks. I don't know if I'm still gonna win, it's still gonna be hard, but he has no immunity, no cleanse, and he has both Shu Chen and Arbiter, and he's probably kind of forced to use their buffs at the start, so he's in a pickle. Also, what is this Wukong blessing? I thought it was a support Wukong, but I guess it's a nuke one. That's not the damage blessing. I think that's the one that reduces resistance on A1. Unless I conflate it with some other one. I could ban anybody here. I could even go for the Leoreos ban. My team kind of can function fairly well even if they're locked out, but let's just ban the Yumeko anyway. I'm kind of surprised he went for the Rotos ban there. I think Mitrola, Hex and Torment passive should completely fuck his team, I think. Maybe if I get really unlucky, but I don't see a way out for him. He's also very high points, by the way. He's way higher points than me. I mean, Shu Chen is super meta. You can have like even 5-second fights in live arena if you can pick Shu Chen and charge it against the right team and they're not able to ban them. But these types of squeezy speed teams are also very counterable if you can find the right matchup. I remember I won against one of my clan mates, and you know, people play on other people's accounts, so I didn't even know who I was fighting, and then he got really mad because he was basically using a team similar to this, and then I posted picture that I beat it with my Staldus, and he was like, I don't know, like 6,000 points or whatever. He got really mad about it. But I think I picked Tormin in that fight, but he banned it. I don't recall it because it's maybe like a week ago, but it was very similar matchup as this one. Except he had what's it called? He was running the Shu Chen, but then he was also running the Trixia, the new very strong primal champion that does both buff strip, cooldown reset and lockout. It's a very interesting champion. Basically considered the best champion for classic arena defense at this point. Not really for offense, I mean it's very good for offense too, but you can do other if you have a really good account, you can do fast fights in offense without using her. But in defense, she's a nightmare since she has lockout, she has cooldown reset, which means that usually when people... Wait, why did I do that? I should have just done A1. Usually when people use lockouts to farm fast fights in offense, it's not really usable against her. And then she also has this weird mechanic that you build her in resistance and it also scales her accuracy. There's also multiple other new interesting primal champions. It isn't like before that they are all pretty mediocre, but many of them are very good at this point. If I just used the A1 earlier, I would have already won the fight and it wouldn't have been that close. Let's actually take a quick look at the new primal champions. I'm not gonna go through all of their kits because they have lots of stuff in them, but this one is really interesting. It's basically a nuker that has multiple different damage mitigation mechanics and increased damage mechanics, and then it locks out the enemy team if you get a kill. I think this one would be very interesting. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be top tier, but I would definitely try it out. If I could get him, I would love to get him. And yeah, the other very interesting one is Arix, which is basically the best champion for arena defense now. The new meta team is, instead of Sifi, Ukraine 2 and UDK, it is the same team with Grixia instead of UDK. We shifted from one champion to another, but that's the new top team. I think there was a bunch of other... No, that's not new. There was a bunch of other new primal champions, but I don't think the other ones were that interesting. I guess they're planning to add one primal champion to every faction, so we should maybe expect to get some undead and other ones sometime soon. Yeah, that was all of it, yeah. Anyway, both Grixia and whatever the lizardmen were called seem very interesting. Lazarius, I can't pronounce this name. Lazarius, I don't know how you say it in English. In English it would be Lazarius. Anyway, let's get into the fights. By the way, since I was already chilling for my Discord, we have the game giveaways. There's talk about arena. There's also talk about other stuff like politics if you're interested. But fair warning that that chat can sometimes be very toxic. And what else do we have? And I probably shouldn't show the Discord on screen. Yeah, well, also lots of clans are promoting their clans in the Discord, and also some other content creators are promoting their content, so it could be a good spot to find like-minded PvP enjoyers and either join clan or find some other interesting content to watch. Okay, interesting. Maybe this time we could use either init or arbiter. And if we go with UDK, then we're probably gonna force a ban there, and then he can ban the init. He could pick Senna too. It would be kind of funny if he picks Senna at this point, but Senna isn't that tanky, so I think he doesn't get Necret either, so my Staltus will probably do fine against that. Okay, Crew Truxer can definitely be issue for me. It's able to shred my Rotos easily, and even my other ones through Necret very easily, so... It's kind of underrated champion. I think it's better in live arena than people often think. Should I go with Xena and Wukong or... I could go with Stratos. I'm almost tempted to go with Stratos against this, but... Or do I go with the Initve? I hate that he has the Ukko here. I might actually ban the Ukko. Let's go for Initve, yeah. What am I thinking? I might as well just roll the dice and try to get Initve win. Ah, damn it, I really wanted to ban that damn Ukko. I have to go for the Warlord ban. That sucks, and that means that I'm probably not gonna have attack buff on me, and I will get the block buff, debuff, so it's gonna be hard to get a lot of damage out. I mean, his snookers are very squishy, so if he needs, we can just get right there. Oh, okay. Rotos is gonna get turned here, and my Initve doesn't have any reaction, so that could be an issue, but maybe I can actually one-shot the Ukko. That might be possible if I don't proc reaction. Okay, good. Yeah, well, Initve isn't gonna get turned, it's gonna get shredded by... What? I forgot. He banned Necret and not... I mean, he banned Necret and not UDK. That doesn't... That's kind of weird. I was like... I was thinking this so hard through and going through every scenarios, but it turned out to be a very easy fight. What the fuck? I was like, so hard, this is gonna be so hard, I don't wanna make any mistakes, and I need to draft the right team, and then it's like 15-second fight. That was kind of anticlimactic. But it was a very high point opponent too, and oh, it's a very high power account. Kind of unusual team. Crew Traxa isn't one of the more popular or the most popular nukers, but I would definitely say it's underrated. I think I'll make a tier list either this week or next week. Maybe it's gonna be next week because I'm gonna be away on the weekend to attend one of my relatives. Well, I'm not gonna say what party, but some kind of party. But I think I will probably put Crew Traxa in the B tier. Or I will definitely put her in the B tier. High B tier, but probably not A tier. She can also be very interesting if you can pair her with Chu Chen. Of course, Georgie is really good as well, but she does hit very hard. Okay, time to find out if I'm actually recording or if I wasted this entire footage. Okay, it's good. New meta. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same owner or this account has been like traded multiple times, but I think I used to know this guy. If it's the same guy. We used to be in Rat Cluster in the same clan maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. If it's the same guy, I'm not quite sure. Last time I didn't pick UDK when he went with the Sifi and then into the Taras and other ones, so I think I'm just gonna go for the UDK. And in last fight we did pretty well against the enemy picking Rotos, and before that when they picked Wukong, so maybe with my new strategies I don't have to be that afraid of them picking Rotos and Wukong anymore. I just happen to be able to counter them both well. Like, Initve has good matchup against them, but so does Xena. Xena can't even weak hit against Wukong, and they're both squeezy, and she's also very fast. So, and Rotos can weak hit on Xena. almost fully empowered Harima and everything else is fully empowered. I'm not gonna have a good time against this team. I guess I just have to go with Protoss and Xena and hope for the best, but this is gonna be screwed. No way I can win against this team. Even if they were unempowered, the combination of Lockout and Harima is usually too much for me. Yeah, I'll have to go for Necrit, and he's probably gonna ban it, I would think. Should I just go for... No, I'll go with Helicat. He has double turn meter boost though. Is it... Nah, let's take a gamble. I'm gonna lose this fight anyway. Let's hope that my Helicat maybe... Okay, he got banned. Maybe he would have got in between one of his snookers. He does have double turn meter boost and he's definitely very fast, but my Helicat is also pretty fast. Both Xena and Protoss have one piece of reaction, so there's a possibility that they might survive. Okay, Xena didn't proc it. Protoss did, I guess. Yeah, I can't kill the Harima with A3 sadly because of the passive. I might be able to kill it with A2 if I don't weak it. Okay, kind of close, but not quite. If I was at this position and he didn't have the Harima passive, it would just be instantly win. My Protoss would one-shot both of his revivers and would get the extra turn with the A3, but because of the Harima pass... Oh, okay, I thought I got extra turn there. If I got counter attack and extra turn at the same time, I would have won, but almost got it. Should I? Yeah, I should revive. I didn't lose yet, so maybe it's a winnable. He kind of picked weird nukers. I don't know if it's an old account that hasn't... Well, he has +3 Harima. No way he hasn't whaled in the recent times. I'm thinking that the choice of the candy pick was kind of weird, so... Was he... does he not have charged it or something, but... I think it's kind of unlikely. I don't know if I can one-shot the Harima. I have both decrease attack and he has the Harima passive. Okay, I got weakened. It's funny to see how much Candy has fallen, because he used to be the undisputed best nuker in the game, or let's say best nuker for defense, and he would have been the best nuker for live arena if live arena was in the game at that time. Let's go for the A2. We can steal a little bit of speed from... Never mind. Harima died. Candy used to be so much better than all of the other nukers, except Protoss, but he had a very good matchup against Protoss and... Okay, nice. And countered him. Yeah, so I saved the A3 for later, and now I got 40% ignore defense on everybody, and we're gonna hit so hard. And we got the attack buff too. Yeah. Even with Harima passive, we got like 100k hit. That's crazy. But yeah, I used to want Candy so bad. At that point, my two most wanted champions were Warlord and Candy. And I was cursing my luck for many years for never getting Candy. I think I would have done a lot better in Classic Arena defense with Candy. And because Candy A1 is pretty good, or like it used to be the best A1 in the game for nukers, he's kind of able to fight against lockout teams, or at least the lockout teams that were meta in those days without UDK. I really hope to get Candy both for defense but also in offense, because if I had one, I would have had much better ways of dealing with the lockout teams. I would have just ran like Resistance Guardian with Candy and and Necret, maybe both of them, and try to get the job done that way. But now he's pretty much barely used at all. He still gets the damage mitigation from both whale and just a flat out 40% damage mitigation, which is a lot when you add both of those two in like total. But then nowadays it's nothing compared to something like Taras or Harima that are much tankier than Candy, and both of them also do very good damage, so he doesn't really have any reason to be used anymore. If you want a hard-hitting champion, then George it is trillion times better, and if you want the tanky nuker that hits hard, then there's also many better options. Also, it's not just like Protoss, Harima and Taras anymore. We're starting to get those new Void champions, and some of them can be pretty tanky in their HP form and also do good amount of damage. And maybe the new attack scaling Lizardman, he has those, I think 2 different damage mitigating passives. I think he has one that reduces all damage by 30% if you have like certain high attack level, and then another one that increases his defense every time he uses a skill or something like that. So he also has a good amount of survivability for defense scaling, I mean for attack scaling nuker. Nowhere as close to the amount that Taras has, but it seemed very interesting still. And he has 20k base HP or 19,000 something, which is very unusually high for an attack scaling nuker. Okay, we're getting the Wukong. Let's see what I can do against this. Are we gonna go with Initve again? Damn, it's another really scary and hard team. Harima and UTK are the stuff of my nightmares. I wake up in the sleep every night when I think about the times when I get humiliated by Harima. And when I can't ban their lockout because of Harima and UTK. Maybe I will do Helicat as the last pick and ban the Wukong. We will see. It's kind of hard to decide what I want to go for here. Damn it. Okay, let's not go for Helicat. I could do it as the last pick, but I don't want to do it early, because if I can't ban the Wukong, then Helicat is gonna suck. Let's go with Arbiter. Maybe I'll go with Init then. If I can't go with Init, then I'll go with something else. But oh, okay, yes. I don't know if I'm fast enough to cut in through the Helicat, but yeah, I think I'm gonna ban the Harima, and maybe this can work out. Wait. I could also go with Tormin and ban the Cardiel. That would be another option. Kind of hard to decide. Now let's just go with Initve. Now the UDK isn't gonna do much, but very likely that, or almost certainly, his Helicat is still gonna go before my Initve, even if he doesn't ban the Arbiter. I think he might even ban the Initve in my team. Oh, he banned Arbiter, okay. That makes sense as well. Let's get a win. We have been doing very well today as well. I was kind of expecting to do a lot worse than last time, since I sometimes people know what I'm gonna go for. And that's why I was kind of planning to mix it up a bit today to not be easily predictable. And we did well. Unless I get a massive lost streak at the end. Hopefully not. Yeah, I was hoping he would survive that, but... Wait, never mind. Yeah, Nakarada is protecting units. I'm being silly. Should I even use the revive right now? No, let's not use it. Yeah, I don't know if I can survive long enough for the block damage to end, though. This might be so. I have some damage mitigation, but I don't have any healers in my team. And the Heligat is gonna hit through the shields. And Initve has insanely low base HP. And we got the block debuffs harassing us. If he has defense buff up, I might not even have enough damage to kill the Wukong in one hit, to be honest. UDK is gonna take one hit and... Nah, probably it might still be enough. It might be very close though. With defense buff and no attack buff for me. Ah, damn it. Not good. Who has... Only Guardian has polymorph, so... Let's hit anybody else except her. Not looking good though. I wish the Wukong would have gotten polymorphed instead of stunning me. And oh shit, okay. I guess that was it. The Wukong hit very hard. That was without the attack buff, by the way. 300k hit without attack buff. But yeah, I guess I wasn't able to do damage while the block damage wasn't up. Maybe I should have gone for something else than Init. Maybe it was a mistake in the end, since he had the Helicat. If I just went for Staldus, he would be a lot tankier. And his team wasn't that tanky apart from the block damage, so if I just were able to stall it and do one hit when the block damage wasn't up, I could have definitely won it. Or I should have just gone for the Torminpick and banned the cardio. That was the way to go, to be honest. Oh yeah, he had the UDK. Also, I should have picked a UDK. I kind of... UDK would have been good against the Wukong still, since it was a nuker. Anyway, you can't win every fight and you can't always predict everything right, so that happens. And we probably could have... I mean, we definitely would have had a chance to win it if we just rocked polymorph, but you can't really count on winning with that. But it wasn't like 0% win chance fight. I don't know who I want to first pick. UDK, Ratos or Datsus. Let's go for Datsus. Okay, that's starting out pretty scary. This time we're not gonna make the mistake on missing out on UDK. We're definitely gonna go for our old and tested strategies. Grixia. God damn it. Grixia and Harimat, so that means that I can only ban one of them. Well, but he also, at this point, since I'm gonna ban the Grixia, he has to pick one. No, he doesn't have to pick Nuka. Damn it. If I go for Helicat, he can just pick Wukong or something, but I think I might still go for Helicat, just to try to annoy him. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. Sadly. And I don't want to go for Tormin because... Wait. There is Xena. I don't want to go for Tormin because he can still... Even if I'm gonna ban the Siphi, then he could pick something else with immunity as well. Or cleanse. But I think the last fight I was kind of optimistic that I thought that it was like I had a chance to beat it, but this one, I don't think so. Yeah, he did end up picking Ukko. In this fight, I wish I was the last pick, but sometimes it's a good thing to be the last pick, and sometimes it's not. With the Harma passive, oh, he banned Xena. I was gonna say that even if he opens, yeah, it makes sense because he knew that I had to ban the Grixia, but even if I did have the Xena and he opened with the Siphi turn meter boost, I don't think definitely I wouldn't have been able to one-shot the Ukko with Harma passive up. Okay, my only chance here is to win with Polymorph, which isn't completely impossible. There's no way that his Ukko is in resistance. Actually, yeah, okay, I could. I was gonna say, actually, maybe it's kind of possible, but not really, because he needs both stun set and accuracy, and even though my Helicat and Judges don't have a lot of accuracy, but surely he hasn't built like 300 to 400 resistance on his Ukko. When he's already going for speed, accuracy and stun set, it's pretty impossible to incorporate resistance. Nah, damn it. I wanted to get the A2 up and steal some HP and increase the damage, even if it wasn't gonna kill anybody. Missing out on the turn sucks. Tara's Sphere should at least require accuracy. It's so dumb. But let's not go into Tara's tirade today. I'm gonna outdo myself and make an entire video without whining about the Ukraine duo. I think if I don't weak it, I can kill the Ukko, but then if I do weak it, I'm not gonna steal HP. Now let's go for it. Okay, good. Everything here is a gamble. I might get feared, I might not. I might weak it, I might not. Like, but the issue here is that UDK is dead. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get a turn on Duchess, since he can just sleep it every time with Siphi. Okay, never mind, it's over. Yeah, there's no way she's ever gonna get a turn. Frostbite set Ukko, so it has even less chance to build for resistance, since it's stun set, Frostbite set, fast and accuracy. Wait, did I not surrender it? Yeah, that's just kind of oh, oops, that's kind of unwinnable matchup for me. I'm getting antsy since I'm getting owned. Okay, started out well, but now we have kind of a lost streak. Yeah, this was a hard fight, but I should have picked Tormin in the other one, and I think I would have probably won it. Kind of interesting teams today. We didn't meet like horrible teams. Well, Arix was kind of unusual, but we saw a lot of little bit of atypical picks. Like, well, I wouldn't say off-meta picks, but we saw like Shu Chen, a speed team. We saw Wukko and Krixian, a little bit of different stuff, and not like either speed team with Georgit or Ukraine duo in every fight. A little bit of diversity, I guess. Let's see what's going on in the Reddit. No, Raid Reddit. Okay, there. We're against T-Suite. Okay, here's a funny story. I don't know. I don't think I have ever told this on a video, but I don't know him at all. But I have very funny encounter with him like years ago. He was like, I don't recall how it. Oh, I was too slow. Wait, okay. I don't recall how it started. I think somebody DM'd me that he's fighting against me or my defense team. This is like multiple years ago, and I was using Wogot in my defense. It was my classic defense that some really long time players might know that is originally was my defense team for a very long time. But wait, should I go with? Let's go with. Let's go with Nakarada. Let's not give him Nakarada. Anyway, my defense team was Arbiter, Rector, Rotos, Wogot, which was like basically a meme team, but it was better than it sounded, and I actually got a lot of surprise wins back in those days. And in that team, like, so it was two epics, Arbiter and Rotos. That was my defense team, and everybody except Rotos was in 2B. No, Rotos was in 2B's Frostbite. Everybody else was in both Swift Parry and 2B's Frostbite. And the basic strategy of that team was that the Wogot was healing Rotos, and I was hoping to get some Frostbite procs and accidentally win some fights with my crap defense team. Wait, let's. I guess we're gonna gamble with the Initve, but he's gonna be faster than us, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But yeah, anyway, so he ended up losing to my defense team, and then he lost it another time. Like, he instantly like rage fought it and lost against it another time. And then I was kind of like, I didn't say anything bad. Like, I was saying something funny about it, and then he got really mad at me when he realized I had the same name in game and in Twitch. And then he hit me like 15 times in a row, or like 10 times, or the maximum amount of times. And then he banned me from his Twitch, and then he was like flaming me there. But I barely said anything. I wasn't that toxic, but I made some kind of sarcastic comment about losing to my Wogot defense or whatever. But that's all of the encounters that I have with him. And some other maybe old-time players, I'm not really gonna get into them that much, but you might probably know that there's some very, very big accusations about him that have basically been confirmed. So I don't feel too sad about missing out on his stream, but it's a funny encounter that I had. He's the only guy that has ever banned me from like Twitch or anything else. I'm not really that toxic. I don't get banned from anywhere, but he's the only guy that banned me, and I kind of take that as I don't take that as a negative thing. Out of all of the content creators in Raid, I think he's definitely the one that I'm okay banning me and hating me, so... Anyway, don't go say anything bad to him, let's not be toxic, but just some funny old war stories. Come on, can we get the win against him as well? I think I'm still gonna lose, but Taras is just gonna destroy me. Yeah. Almost. We kind of had it in the start. Maybe if we one-shot the Siphi, it was possible, but the polymorph kind of screwed us over. I don't think there's gonna be a comeback here. Surely not. Right? And we can't get the... We can't do ally attack with anybody, so... Not much we can do here. If you got any other like interesting stories like that, maybe not specifically about him, could be something else, then tell me in the comments or join my Discord and tell about it. I have many of these kind of funny old war stories from years of playing Raid, and I have told multiple of them before. Damn it, we can either kill the Rotos or the Siphi, but either way we are gonna die, so... Or I mean lose. We don't have the revive anymore, so even if I get rid of the Siphi now, he's gonna heal one nuker now and the other on next turn, and okay, both. I won't be able to kill the Taras in 1 turn or 2 turns or even 3 turns with those nukers. Anyway, it was pretty close. If he didn't have the... I was gonna say that I'm not gonna complain about Taras, but if he didn't have that OP Taras, then I would have destroyed him, so... It is very frustrating, but it is what it is. Or even if he... Even with the, like, OP Taras, if I proc the polymorph at the start and didn't get polymorphed on init... Oh yeah, it was on init, never mind. I couldn't have... Init doesn't have polymorph, never mind. He banned the UDK. Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't really expecting to win that fight, but it was almost close. By the way, I was talking about this in my Discord the other day, but that's the only like streamer that I have been banned from. But then here's a funny story, and somebody's gonna get mad about this, but I have been banned from 2 different raid discords. Neither one of them was because of me. They basically banned they literally banned every single member of the Mad Clan, and that wasn't because of something I said or did. But this is so funny, like this. Probably most people don't know about this because this is a while ago and this relates to those top arena clans being rivals, but it used to be a thing that a bunch of people in MAD were in both ET and IPR discords, and at different times both of them decided that they're gonna ban every single member of our clan. I think we got banned from the ET discord very long time ago. It might be like 2 or 3 years ago. And then from the IPR Discord maybe like a year ago or something, but basically both of those Discords that are other PvP like arena clans, both of them have banned every single MAD member from their Discords, and it's like their official policy. I remember Scratch said that we're welcome to like go talk in his Discord, but not in the ET Discord. That was his decision, which I understand, but I mean, part of the fun in this game is that we have these clans and a little bit of rivalry, so I wouldn't go that far as banning the entire enemy clan, but it is what it is. By the way, in my, like, let's put it this way, in my Discord, if you if you make some insult, like let's not go into like, depends how far you go, but if you're just mocking or insulting my clan or me or any other clan, then that's definitely not gonna get you any type of ban. So our Discord respects your freedom of speech, as long as you don't make any like doxing or death threats or that type of stuff. But a little bit of banter we can easily take. So Mikage, I don't see her that often, but I have seen her a few times. What does she do? She does buff strip, accuracy buff, and was it a stun or sleep? So we can't use Helicat against her, I guess. Yeah, should we just load up with 2 polymorphs and hope that that gets the job done? But he has Taras in the team, so without Helicat we might have trouble surviving against him. I mean, I guess it's possible that I could then opt to ban her, but I don't know what he's gonna pick at this point, and if he can still pick a lockout, so I don't want to risk that option. Taras again, my mortal enemy. So, somebody asked me, I think in my last live arena video, that even though I hate Taras and I think he's super OP, which is just objective fact, and I don't think you can even call it an opinion, it's just the way it is, but why don't I ban him when I like think he's such a big issue? Well, it's kind of, it might sound weird when you like try to explain it, but even though he is definitely the most broken champion in the game and so on, but like for instance here, if I don't ban the lockout, then I can't do anything against this team, so I have to go for the lockout ban. But if he had some other nukers, not these two, but if he had some back in the day old nukers, like let's say Protoss and Candy, then I could definitely beat this team even without banning lockout. But Taras does everything. He's tanky, you can't one-shot him. He sees his enemy team in 2 different ways, both stuns and fears, and then he has the most insane damage in the game, and it just it's an insane combination. And yeah, normally I either have to ban something like lockout or Harima, and then I'm just gonna use maybe UDK or Helicat or Necret, and I'm gonna try find other ways to survive the Taras, but very often I'm just not able to ban him. It still makes sense to ban something else more than Taras. Oh yeah, she also had ally attack. I forgot about that. I don't know if I want to do revive or if I want to... Let's go for... Oh, we got feared. Yeah, this is not looking good. Ah, okay. That was instant one shot. Shortage is kind of RNG in that way, because if he didn't proc the Helm Smasher, then my dashes would have been fine, but we got destroyed in a couple of seconds. Yeah, we had such a good start, and now we're at 4-5 loss streak. But to be fair, these are pretty hard teams, so it is not easy being in Gold 3 with this type of account, so sometimes I lose instantly, and when I win, the fights are often very long because I'm using Helicat and other style tactics to try to survive and win in the end. Haven't been using a lot of Wukong today. I think there probably were some fights where I maybe should have used him instead of Xena. Wait, I was supposed to check out Reddit, but I never did. That isn't the first time it happens, like the fights are going on and then I start talk about something and I forgot what else I was talking about or what I was doing. Oh, Mitrala. Yeah, she can be very tough if you can get immunity up and like he bans my dodges and so on, but I guess I'll go with Nakarada and dodges and I'll have at least some type of immunity in my team. He still has the Wukong A3, so of course he can rip the buffs anyway. Wait, let's see about that thread. Oh, what? It's the second fight today that we meet the Arix team. Maybe it was the same guy. Did we really meet two different people using Arix? Wait, I'm being slow. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go with Xena. I bet he's gonna ban my dodges though. That's not gonna be fun. Should I? I'm almost thinking, should I ban the Mitrala? Or should I ban the Sifi so that maybe my Rotos goes before his Mitrala? I don't know who I should ban. I was almost thinking about banning Wukong as well, but let's go for the Sifi ban. He still has plenty of buffs in his team, so it's not like he's not gonna rock the Ronda passive. Maybe I still should have banned Mitrala. Okay, nice timing. We go after he got some buffs, but before Mitrala, so well, never mind. Did we get boosted by the Bolster and Krix passive? I mean, Krisk, not Krix. I didn't even know that was possible. He didn't use any skills. It was the Bolster and Krisk passive. That's a very weird mechanic. Because in the skill it says that two different buffs need to be used from the same skill, but that wasn't the skill. Let's look into the wording of the skill again, but I wasn't expecting that to happen, and probably he wasn't either. Was it the same guy? No, we actually met two different players using Arix today, and neither one of them was final Kenpachi, so that was kind of funny. Final Kenpachi, like, he's a Twitch streamer who's one of his favorite champions is Arix, and he's always using her. Heals this champion's turn meter by 100% and places attack buff on this champion for one turn whenever 8 or more buffs are placed on the enemy team in a single turn. Okay, I guess it kind of makes sense with the wording. So it wasn't from a single skill, but from in a single turn, and I guess the Krisk passive and the Bolster buff were both placed at the start of the fight, so it counts as a single turn. But that's definitely very weird interaction that I didn't expect to happen, so I guess we learned something new today. Do we still... Yeah, I guess we have time to do maybe one more fight. Okay, this was kind of funny. Champ training tournament skins are a cool joke. I don't have a Ronda or Tranda, but I'm above level 60. Meaning I will get the Tranda skin instead of skill skin who I have. I was saving up resources for this event. Think I was gonna get a full skin for my beloved skill. Well, I guess some people are into that type of stuff, but personally I don't care at all about the skins. If I get some cool skin for free, I'm gonna take it, but I'm definitely not gonna waste my resources on some like champ training tournament or any other event to get a random skin for a champion. Maybe if it was some super cool Roto skin because it's my favorite champion, but it depends how hard event if it was. If the condition was to win the tournament or something, then I would definitely not even try it, but if it was like do 10k points in champion training event, like I think this one is, then maybe I would consider, but probably not. Well, I would for Rotos, but not for like Ronda or some other random champion. Wait, no, it's not the same team we fought. Maybe here we could use the Tormin and Mitral combination again, or if not both, then maybe one of them. But I feel like Larium hasn't really... They should have made a lot more skins and did more competitions and events around them. I feel like they kind of added the skins, but then kind of half-heartedly did the mechanic, and I thought there was gonna be like multiple skins for every champion in the game or something. There should have been champion skins from winning Platinum Arena and or like doing Doom Tower or this kind of stuff. They should have added, kind of like avatars, they should have added skins all over the place onto different contents in the game. I guess they could still do it, so it is still possible. He has 2 nukers, so I don't know if I want to go with the Tormin strategy. He can still pick immunity champion and then Tormin will be useless, so I don't think we're gonna go for it. I'm being too slow again. Xena and Wu. I guess we're just gonna go with UDK. So we don't get slapped by the CFA one. I could have gone maybe with Primar or Helicat, but I don't really know what his last pick is, so it's kind of hard to predict. I mean, UDK is still gonna be good against the Wukong A2 as well, so actually probably this was the right decision. Maybe. I don't know how well Xena can survive, but maybe we can get the job done. He still has the Harima passive, so we're definitely not gonna one-shot his team, but we might not even kill his revivers in two turns. I'm not sure. Yeah, he opened with the A1 because he's afraid of the Xena turn meter boost. Damn, now we got block buff, so we can't get attack buff. That actually sucks. Oh, and yeah, now he did it and now we don't get the boost anymore. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for A2 this time and steal the turn meter. And the next time we're gonna go for A3 and hopefully get some skills and reset cooldowns. Yeah, okay, even without attack buff it was enough against this team. That wasn't too bad. Even if we don't wipe his entire team on the next Xena nuke, but there's a very high chances, or I think we're definitely gonna get 2 kills. We're gonna kill Wukong and Harima, and that means that we're gonna reset the cooldown, and probably on the 3rd Xena turn we're gonna finish off his team. Let's go for the Arbiter. I think Arbiter is still gonna have the revive, so maybe we can actually end it already. Also, let's protect the UDK so that Necret passive procs and he gets the skill back faster. And the UDK is so slow anyway that he's endlessly gonna keep the protection. Yeah, we're definitely losing to some teams, but I think those were kind of the tanky Taras teams where we were mostly losing against. But it is safe to say that Xena is not even good matchup, but he's great pick against these type of speed teams with Siphi and so on. Definitely one of the best nukers in the game. Okay, let's get one more win and try to offset the loss streak we got in the end, but we won so many fights before that I guess today was still overall a win for us, so yay. By the way, speaking of the Discord, since I already chilled for it a lot on this video, if there's anything that you want to see on the Discord or you have any ideas for some events or something, then tell me in the Discord or comments or DM me. I wasn't really originally, I was kind of thinking that it's not worth to do Discord since it's not gonna be that big and so on, but I kind of changed my mind over time on it because there was a few people who kept asking for it, and I don't really have like set in stone things for Discord, so I'm definitely open to ideas and adding things to it. I already did. I had a bunch of things that people wanted to see on the Discord, so I don't know if I want to go with Protoss when he has both like 2 nukers with multi-hits and the Necret, so maybe we will still go with it, but let's save it for the last week. Then I'll decide the nuker. I guess technically we could even go with Tormin here. Helicat does place the defense buff even though it's kind of delayed. Interesting. Honestly, we're gonna go with the Tormin. I'm gonna ban the Yumeko and I'm gonna pray that George doesn't get doesn't proc his passive slash, and I proc the passive on Tormin when oh wait, he gets protected by Necret. I'm dumb. Taras can get frozen, but George can't get frozen at the start of the fight because he's gonna have immunity. I think it was still a good team to pick though, and we can definitely steal the immunity buff or remove it with Tormin if we can just get the turn. But I don't know if we're gonna get one. I think my Tormin might have one piece of reaction, but he definitely doesn't have multiple pieces. Okay, that was the weirdest thing. I don't know if he misclicked like I did earlier on the video. I don't know why he didn't open either on the Tormin or with the AoE, why he opened with the A1 on the Wukong. I think that was an odd choice. I mean, he can still boost the turn meter with Su when he already did it. I don't know why he did do that. Maybe there was something that he was thinking of that I don't realize, but it seemed an odd choice to not open with AoE. Well, maybe he was expecting me to have triple reaction, which I definitely don't, so... Damn, we have the attack buff. We will just one-shot this entire team if we didn't have the attack debuff and we hit the Nakarada, but we have to delay it by 1 turn. And he can just kill us with the charge at 8-3, so we're not gonna get it done instantly. But if I did the A2 now, then I would have just wasted it, and I don't think the Nakarada would have even died with attack debuff. Maybe we can actually kill the charge it though. We can remove, yeah, we can remove the boss and charge it is very squeezy. Honestly, it's a very scary looking team, but I think I did pick the right team this time. I'm not using Tormin all the time, but it is fun when you find the chance to use him. Didn't end up using Arbiter in a single fight today, even though I was kind of planning to, but I'm not like gonna force bad picks just for video. I was kind of I had her built up as an option, but I don't think in many fights the enemy team picked Duchess, so I guess I was usually picking her pretty early on. But sometimes people pick both City and Duchess, and Arbiter might be very good if I still need to have attack buff in my team. Kind of losing my voice since I did a long video and I was kind of tired, but it is what it is. Pretty fun session of PvP, to be honest, even though I hit my head against some of these Taras walls, but I met a shocking amount of different types of teams. I mean, you still see the same champions mostly, and it's not like I'm using different team every fight. It's mostly my best champions basically, but there was a lot of variety today and kind of some unique fights and perspectives, so maybe this gives some inspiration to somebody that you can maybe copy or emulate some of my tactics or the tactics that my enemies use today. Anyway, that's it for today's video, and that's it. See ya and have a nice day.